if you don't have anything you value in life, then your life will just be for a ride by anybody, or you as an individual will just be living your life anyhow. Hi, welcome everyone. This is Raphael Impact Global. Welcome to another beautiful episode of our journey into self-discovery. Today I'll be talking to you about understanding your values. Why do I want to present this to you today? The way things are going in this world right now, it's very difficult for people to, stick to what they believe in. If you want to really understand yourself, be aware of who you are, and to live according to your self-discovery, then you should know what your values are. What are values then? Values are basically beliefs and principles that guides our human experiences in life. Someone would say, I believe in honesty. Another person would say, I believe in sincerity. I believe in transparency. I want to be in a space where everyone is hardworking. I want to see professionalism in everything that I do. These are examples of what people describe as values. I want you to take a brief moment to think about how you have engaged with people, interacted with people, pursued your goals, went about doing your work every time of the day, and ask yourself these simple questions. What has been running through my mind all along? Have I been focused on doing the thing excellently, or I'm just doing it anyhow? Have I been doing the things I'm doing just for doing sake, or I have a specific end in mind? And what is driving me towards the end? If you're able to answer some of these questions, what happens is that you begin to identify certain traits that you want to see in everything that you do. And believe me, those are the very things that will define what your values are. When you have been with me for some time, you will understand that I am an individual who doesn't take certain things for a joke. I don't take things for granted. I don't take words for granted. I am serious with every single word I hear, especially from people around me. Why? Because I have come to a place where I know that people say things not for saying sake. Even the jokes are sometimes messages that need to be taken serious. So what are your values as a person? If you have been able to identify your values to be truthfulness, integrity, professionalism, excellence, empathy, all of these help you to deal with people and situations in a very good way, right? So understanding your values is one of the key things that helps our discovery of self. Let's talk a little bit about the importance of understanding your values. I said earlier on that it informs the way we do things, right? So when you are able to identify your values, what happens is that it influences the decisions you make. It influences the kind of network you find yourself in. Knowing your values bring you to a place where your relationships are even affected. You can't say you believe in transparency and build or nurture a relationship with another person where you begin to keep a lot of things from the other person. It doesn't work that way. Whatever you believe in must reflect in that relationship. You get a point. So your values bring you to a place where you are able to build quality relationship with others, even keep the right network around you. And the interesting aspect is that it brings stability to your life. It makes you very, very stable because you're not confused about things, especially when you find yourself in new places and what is going on over there doesn't really align with who you are or what you would like to pursue. You know what you want, you know what you stand for, you know what is valuable to you. Let's look at the types of values. You can have personal values, you can have cultural values, you can have spiritual values, professional values. All of these, come with different, things that you would so much value that you don't want to compromise on these things. An example, your personal value can be that you believe so much or you value so much your health. So health is something you value so much and can be your personal value. Personal development or learning new skill can be something you value so much and can be regarded as your personal value. Others pay attention so much to family and regard family as values to them or something of so much value to them, right? So they spend quality time, they want to make provisions for family, anything that is related to family, they don't want to, relegate it to the background, but rather make sure they have attended to it and to the latter. Let's come to social values. You might be someone who really believes in equality when it comes to, finding yourself in social gatherings or in the community, and you wouldn't want to compromise on such things. So in the midst of people, you end up making sure that everyone is treated equally. You can be someone who wants to see the people in the community being cared for. So you value caregiving. You may be a believer, and your values when it comes to spirituality can be your faith. It can be development of gratitude. It can be prayer. It can be meditation. It can be anything you value so much that enhances your spirituality. As I said earlier, all of these come together to form the kind of experiences we have and how we deal with people. Do you get it? I show you there. Understanding these things as part of your life actually makes you able to discover who you are. And the question I want to ask for all of us to answer, I'll give you my bits right after the question, is how do we then discover our values? Fundamental principle number one is purpose. When you know your purpose in life, it tells you how you should live your life. And the fact that it is helping you live your life in a particular way comes along with what you should value. Because if you don't have anything you value in life, then your life will just be for a ride by anybody, or you as an individual will just be living your life anyhow. So the principle number one is purpose. Number two, you know that purpose breeds passion. Therefore, what are you passionate about, right? Define your purpose and list the things that you are passionate about. The things you are passionate about also contributes to how you live your life. So number two is your passion. 3, your experiences in life. This I'll break it down into 2. Past experiences and the experiences you want to have. Now you realize that your past experience teaches you some great lessons in life. I spoke about not taking words for granted. I learned this because of past experiences where I had friends who would say one thing and you would take it for a joke, but they actually mean it. Sometimes they say one thing and mean another, right? So these experiences I had with people taught me that lesson, that whatever anybody tells me, I shouldn't take it for granted, because whether a joke or not might be something the person actually takes serious. So your past experience teaches you lessons that helps you to know what you should value, right? And the experiences you are having now and what you wish to have also tells you about the kind of life you should live, the kind of work you should do, the kind of attitude and character you should develop. Why? Because you want to have a certain experience in life. And for every endeavor, there is a characteristic or feature that it comes with. Do you agree with me? It comes with certain features and characteristics that you need to align yourself with to be able to have the kind of experiences you want. So understanding your values is something that I would say you really need to do as an individual so that you can be able to understand yourself well and better. To conclude this session with you, I would want to drive you towards how understanding your values can help you live your life in alignment with your purpose and also cause you to be satisfied and fulfilled in life. You see, if you value gold, you don't place gold just anywhere. You make sure that you keep it in a safe. That is what values represent in our lives. They are things we don't want to keep them in compromise. We don't want to, have them in our lives just for having them sake. But we keep them as values because we know it has the ability, capability, or the tendency to make us who we want to be and to achieve the result we want to achieve. If you are someone who values empathy, I don't think you want to be in a situation where people would just be looking down on you and you will accept it. No, you would wish that someone would at least be empathetic towards you. On the other hand, if you are in society and you believe in empathy, you wouldn't watch for someone else to be treated anyhow. You would definitely show empathy and would even attempt fighting for the individual. Are we on the same page? Right. So you get to know that, yeah, these are the things I value in life. Personally, I believe in these things, I value them. When it comes to dealing with people, community, and society, I believe in these things. These are my values. Spiritually, these are the things I value so much. So if you value prayer so much, you wouldn't go a day without praying. Do you understand? If you value reading the scriptures, you will not go a day without reading the scripture. If you believe in professionalism, you wouldn't live your life in your place of business or at your workplace anyhow. You wouldn't be lazy at your work. You would make sure you stay up and you are working excellently. You get a point? So what you value actually becomes your lifeline in every activity, depending on the area of your life at play at the time. And the more you pursue these values, the more you put them to work. What happens is that you bring yourself to the place where you can see yourself living in alignment with your purpose. You will live in alignment with what you are passionate about. You will live in alignment with what you consider valuable. Let me put it that way. Yeah, valuable. The more you pursue things that way, the more fulfilling you become, the more you fulfill your purpose, the more you become satisfied. If you are of the school of thought where you see yourself helping people, the more you pursue your values in that regard, the more you help people. I hope you get it. I want you to know that self-discovery is not a destination, but rather it's a journey. And this is just one of the wheels along this journey we are, trying to roll, so that we can keep discovering ourselves, know what we value so much, build positive self-images, and we can live the life we want to live to the full. This is Raphael Impact. And I want you to take a moment to visit us at raphaelimpact.com, book any of our services, and you would not regret connecting with us. See you in the next video.